Good morning. I decided that today I'm going to take you with me. I have some errands to run, and I know that right now I have invisible subscribers. Like I said, I had invisible friends when I was a child. I'm okay with that. As you can see, this is how I woke up this morning minus my other bonnet. Um, my hair didn't dry. I just spritzed it before I braided it because right now using rollers is just too hard for me at this point in time. Um, but got some dark circles under there. I'm going to hop in the shower, ooh-ah, take my hair down, throw some makeup on, add my new best friend. Ladies, I'm just so eating crow on the false eyelashes. It's just amazing. Um, and then you won't see me driving. I'm sorry. I know some people film themselves driving. I cannot do that. I am not skilled or talented enough to do that. I don't even like to talk on the phone when I'm driving. I have a friend of mine whose son was killed due to distracted driving. He was actually very mangled. Um, he was hit by one vehicle and then hit by a second vehicle that dragged him, I can't remember how many feet. Um, and he had a very, very painful death. And that's whenever I decided my phone stays on my dash. I have Siri, and it's hooked up to be wireless, hands-free. But even then, even if I'm talking with somebody that I'm traveling with, I notice that I'm very distracted. I noticed when I was having trips with my dad for doctor visits, I had to actually tell him because he'd say, "Did you see that? Did you see that?" And I'm like, "No, Dad, I have to look straight on. I have to pay attention to what is in front of me, and I have to focus. I can't do that looking from side to side. I have to be very aware of driving." Um, and that's just that little dooflotchy. Um, but anyway, we will see you. I didn't do too hot of a job braiding last night. Somehow, I don't know. But this is just to give a little bit of texture to my hair. I prefer rolling it, but right now that's just not a good thing. Hang on real quick. Should be on this one. I'm having technical difficulties with my electronics, and most of it is operator error. And I forgot to have all this prepared because I really wasn't going to do a video looking like this, but hey, I decided. I hate pop-ups. This is my first iPad that I'm reading from, and it's set up for an early reader version because this is what we used for Riley. And actually what we do, and it's a practice that my sister does, there are several different versions of ways that scripture have been translated and things of that nature. I know that opens a whole other controversy, but that's not where we are this morning. Sometimes we just look for the best way to get the message to people with a smaller vocabulary or understanding. And it's kind of like, when you're a baby, you drink milk, then you start eating solid food and solid food. So this is still set for the early reader version or English version, however you want to call it. But the verse is, "Then Jesus said, I am the bread that gives life. No one who comes to me will ever be hungry. No one who believes in me will ever be thirsty." And it's John 6:35. And it's so very true. When our focus is on where it needs to be, and we are seeking out, and I'm not, I am Christian. I'm not bashing any other religion. I am Christian. I choose to be Christian. because it has been what has been engraved in my soul since birth. I read about other religions. I study them from time to time. I like them. I like to see what other people do. Um, you know, it's a personal thing. And as the years have gone by, I grew up Church of God, and there are certain things that we don't practice in a Pentecostal religion. And no, I don't handle snakes. We'll just put that right out there. For those that do, the more power to you. I'm thinking I look better with my glasses on this one. I don't know where all this dark circle stuff is coming from. I actually slept pretty well. But for those that do, I don't condemn you. I don't condemn you if you show up at church and act like an idiot all week long and make bad choices. I don't condemn you. We are all on a journey. If you would have met me 7 years ago, I was doing some really dumb things. I was doing some very unchristian things. I was doing things that I knew better than doing, that my mother taught me better, that my Bible taught me better. It's a journey. And I have learned in the last year, oh, excuse me, coffee's making me burp this morning. Go figure. I have learned in the last 4 years, since I moved into this home, not to be so fast to judge. My neighbor has an amazing daughter who is battling addiction, and I've seen her struggle. I've seen her fight. I'm so happy